everyone, it's Stacey Jackson. I'm live on Instagram and I am so excited. Today I am speaking to a dance icon. I mean, I'm a little bit starstruck because, to be honest, I, no joke, had her record on my fitness tape when I was teaching aerobics back in the, oh my God, early 90s. She is a superstar dance icon. It is Rozalla, who has a new record out, and I'm so excited to be chatting to her today. I have to invite her though, and the thing is, I'm not wearing my glasses, so I don't know how to do this properly. I'm always like this, the worst. I'm so not technical. I might need to. Here we go. Request Rozalla. Send request. Got it on the first go. Rozalla, are you there? Can you join? Did you get me? Let me see if I can do that again. Oh, there you are.
Are we there?
Oh, beautiful. Hi,
How are you?
I'm fantastic. I'm so excited to have you on this live today.
Thank you. Talk about technical. I'm just as bad. Oh my God.
Oh my God, maybe it's the generation. But we won't talk about that.
goodness.
My kids can do all this stuff with their eyes closed. It's absolutely insane.
Gosh.
I am so honored that you wanted to chat to me today. Honestly, I'm obviously a huge fan. And we met a few times. It was so funny because we must have shared the same agent because our tours had collided a few times. So we met on some festival tours. I met you a few times in some clubs.
Yes.
And you are just darling. I mean, first of all, also super duper talented. And what I want to talk to you about today, sorry, is first of all, your new single. Obviously, that was first and foremost. I just listened to it also. I'm like, I can't talk to her without actually hearing the record. It is brilliant. It's called I Want You Back. And I have a million questions about it. The funk, there's a funk vibe there. I mean, it is so soulful and so beautiful. So did you write this record?
Well, yes, I did. I co-wrote it with two other guys in Belgium, and we co-wrote it about 3 years ago, 2018. I was invited by a friend to go to what is called a songwriting factory in Belgium, and it's something I'd never done before. And I was like, no, I can't do that. It's like, just come and join and share ideas and stuff like that. And of course, you know, they got me a first class Eurostar train ticket, and that's what did it. The first class.
I don't blame you.
I was like, right, okay, first class Eurostar, I'm coming. But I met with Yannick and Gus, who I co-wrote this track with. And, you know, we loved it and we forgot about it. And then, of course, I'm working on a new album at the moment. And Luke Standard from the publishers got in contact with me about 2-3 months ago saying, this track is really good. We got to release it. I'm like, yeah, but I'm working on an album and my record label, you know, energized it. Anyway, so, you know, cut a long story short, I got Gary and Luke and introduced them, and Gary loved the track. We had additional mixes done, and here we are with the I Want You Back that's out.
It's wonderful. The video is terrific also. Where did you film the video?
I did the video in Derby with the wonderful Ash Stanley, who I hope is listening or he will get onto it. He's just been amazing. You know, he's like one step ahead of me as far as he's a photographer and a videographer and does all these things. And he's like, we got to shoot a video for that. We got to do, you know, pictures for that. And Ash has done all 3 or 4 of my videos that I've released so far. So he did this video.
You look stunning in it, by the way. Absolutely stunning. It's wonderful. So tell me, let's go back a little bit. Let's go back. Go back to, how did you get started in the business? I mean, look, I back in the 90s, I was having kids, and obviously my first hit record didn't happen until much later on in life. So you've been doing this for a long time. Yep. This is your babies. So tell me how, I mean, what was it like to have such a mega hit with everybody's, excuse me, I have a frog in my throat. What was it like to have such a record back then? And like, how did it all happen?
Well, Everybody's Free turned 30 years old this year in September. It was released on the 7th of September 1991. And, you know, honestly, Stacey, my jaw hit the floor. 30 years, where's the time gone? And, you know, going back all my life, you know, if you speak to my mom, sadly, my father's passed away, I've always wanted to be a singer. I just knew from day dot, this is what I wanted to do. You know, of course, I've had other jobs in between because you never know if things are going to work out. I was born in Zambia. Grew up in Zimbabwe, and you know, in Zimbabwe I joined a band, and we called ourselves Grab, which was the beginning of our names, you know, G for Gabby, R for Rozalla, A for Andy, and B for Boyke. So we formed this group, traveled around Zimbabwe doing cover songs by other artists, you know, that were popular on the radio. And I thought, you know, I don't want to do this for the rest of my life. I want to release songs that are by my own name, Rozalla, you know, original stuff. And I believe, you know, Stacey, when you put stuff out there, there's a law of attraction that sort of helps you get there, or helps you get as near as you possibly can.
Yeah.
You know, because I started thinking I want to release original material under the name of Rozalla. And then there was a talent contest, and I joined this talent contest, and I won.
Was that here in London,
that was in
or
Zimbabwe.
At this point?
That was in Zimbabwe.
Still in Zimbabwe. Okay.
Yeah, and I won all these, and you know, the prize was a record contract.
Right.
And I started recording material in Zimbabwe, and I became this, you know, Zimbabwean starlet. And I also then found I've gotten as far as I could in Zimbabwe, and there was an English producer that came down, saw my videos on the local TV channel. You know, I was very good friends with the DJs in Zimbabwe, and he knew one of them. And one thing led to the other. And the next thing I knew, I was traveling to the UK, coming to record material, sending it round to record companies. At that time, Stacey, it was cassettes, you know. And I remember I sent a cassette to, I think it was Arista, and they were like, wow, we love her voice, and we want to sign her up. And within the same breath, sorry, we can't really sign her on. We're really not interested. So
typical, right? You hear stories like this all the time.
Yeah, and I was told, listen, don't worry, these things are going to happen, because, you know, wet behind the ears, depending on other people in a foreign country and stuff like that. But you live and learn, you know. And then, of course, my tracks fell on the hips of the band of gypsies, or the lap, sorry, not the hips. And they loved my voice and wanted to meet me, and I got to meet with Tim and Nigel. And, you know, they asked me, what style of music do you want to do? I said, I want to do up-tempo dance music and have lyrics that were positive. And Everybody's Free to Feel Good is one of the tracks from the album.
It's iconic. I mean, it is, you know, forget, it is a song that even like my kids know. They still play it in the clubs now. It's probably been remixed 4 bajillion times. Okay.
Yeah.
And no matter what, like it comes up on my workout albums. I mean, even today, you might have seen me. I posted it. It came up on my, I'm like in the gym. And honestly, you know, when you have a piece of gold like that, you know, and it is just fantastic. I mean, the song's great. The beat's great. You sing it great. And, you know, and the fact that you can continue with a career so positively, with the same attitude, the same vibrancy, over and over and over. And you know, you must have sung that song 6,000 times, but you keep coming out with 6 million times. But you keep coming out with such wonderful new music, and you're true to who you are. You've never veered outside of the box. You've stuck with it, you know. And it's just an amazing, especially as a woman artist, you know. You must have a lot of stories about being on the road, and you know, because touring takes a lot out of you. Like we've done it. We've crossed paths, like I said. So what's been your most exciting tour? Like something that is most memorable? I mean, obviously, probably back in the day in the 90s, you were probably schlepping from, you know, coast to coast. Yeah. So what's most? I mean, and then I want to also talk about your new record and everything. But what was your most exciting tour that you can remember, like going back, or even if it's current?
Well, I don't know if you know this or whatever, but you would have said, had you known, was being a support act for Michael Jackson.
Okay.
That was
there you go.
I mean, that forever will be one of the highlights of my career, to have been a support act for Michael Jackson, and in 1992, sadly, for his last tour ever. And I did 43 dates with him across Europe, and that was just mind-blowing. I mean, I grew up loving the Jackson 5, and then they became the Jackson, and then Michael Jackson branched out and became Michael Jackson and who he became. And, you know, in junior school, I was, Michael Jackson. Even the other day, my mom reminded me, she said, do you remember when we were in high school and we moved from Zambia to Zimbabwe? My dad had this workshop, and they all went out for the day and they left the kids, you know, at home. And I went to the office and I dialed the operator and I said, put me through to Michael Jackson in Los Angeles. She said, do you remember the huge telephone bill we got? And of course I didn't get through to Michael Jackson.
It's worth it.
There
It was
you go.
worth it.
Yeah, those were one, and my mom reminded me of that the other day, and that made me laugh. But you know, fast forward to then be a support act for him. You know, wow, incredible.
I know, right? I mean, you know, you
Yeah.
go, girl. I mean,
Yeah.
that is the pinnacle. I mean, come on. And so, what do you do for your downtime? Like, do you like to go to the gym, or you're super fit, or do you play golf, or is there something outside of the music arena that you enjoy doing?
Oh goodness, absolutely. Going to the gym is one of my favorites. I have personal training with a wonderful trainer called Nisha, who really works me to the core. And then of course walking. Walking is has been so incredible, particularly due to the pandemic. When the lockdown was happening, my husband and I just moved into what I call the country. And just across our road is all woodland. So I discovered walking through the woods, you know, and hearing the bird song and seeing these green trees and the blue sky has just been mentally wonderful, you know. So I love doing those sorts of things. I love going to a coffee shop and just having a coffee and just daydreaming and watching the world go by. For me, that's all a sort of a meditation for my own peace of mind.
That's great. Oh my God. And so what's next for you? So your new record is out now, right?
Yes, yes.
And is it a part of an album?
Oh yes, yes. I've got an album coming out. We have one more track left to record, which hopefully studio time will be imminent. And we're hoping to release the album early 2022. And this album should have been released during the pandemic over 2 years ago. But, you know, these things have happened and we've all lived through something so unprecedented. But 2022, yeah. And, you know, so I'm excited, and we've got, you know, further singles to come from the album. And yeah, so I'm really excited.
That's fantastic. So anything particular you want to tell your fans, or anything other than buy the record?
Yeah, well, buy the record for one, definitely. But I just want to say, you know, I'm here so many more years later, and it's you know, part and parcel of them giving me encouragement. You know, Stacey, I received such amazing messages, and I just think, wow, you know, they make me feel like just like a goddess, you know, like just fantastic. And it's so encouraging to my body, mind, and soul. And of course, I still feel very passionate about what I do. I love singing. I'll sing anywhere, you know. And
where's your next performance? So where you're currently on tour. So what's your next couple of gigs? Where are they happening?
I've got Butlins. I love performing at Butlins. So I've got a couple of Butlins gigs over the next coming weeks. And I have to say, Butlins, I just said to someone earlier, since Everybody's Free became a hit for me, Butlins have been so wonderful in booking me regularly and giving me work. And performing at Butlins, you know, the sound system is incredible. You know, it's what they do. They have live music artists performing. Yeah. And you have about anywhere between 1,000 to 2,000 people, and they're all up for it. And you just know 99% of the times you're going to get a good reaction. So thank you, Butlins.
Well, that's great. And how long are you on this tour for? Is it like taking you up through Christmas, or?
It's for the next 4 weeks. Yeah.
Okay.
But it's every weekend sort of thing. So it's just incredible.
That's
as
wonderful.
Well as other independent gigs as well that'll be thrown in there.
I'm sure. Oh, it's been such a pleasure to have a chat with you. You are so lovely.
Thank
and
you.
I hope our paths cross again soon.
I hope so too. And can I just say also, Stacey, I've watched you perform, and your energy on stage is fantastic.
Oh, you're
and I wish you nothing but the best. You look beautiful. You perform beautiful. You sound amazing. So I'm happy our paths have crossed. And
thank you so much. You are such a doll. Well, it's been such an honor to chat to you, and obviously we'll stay in touch.
Definitely.
And obviously, if anyone, like, I think both of our followers are following on now, and it's gonna live on my feed, so anybody who hasn't caught it now could catch it at any point. And I'll send you a link too if you want to put it up on your feed. Well. So thank you again. You're beautiful. Best of luck with this new record. I mean, you're amazing.
Thank
you. Yeah, I'm so proud of you, and Big kisses,
Thank
and
you.
I'll
You'll
speak
make
to
me
you again
cry.
soon.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Beautiful Stacey. Thank you.
Thank you, darling. Take care.
You too.
Bye.
Take care. Bye.